What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Damn with DeeO, the video series where you send in your crashes, I react to them, we upload them, it's a good time. This one's coming from a Bradley Scott, and he says, "Hi, I'm sending this video to you for a second opinion. I was riding at Fife, F-I-F-E, MX track when it happened. I broke my collarbone because of the neck brace coming down on top of my collarbone, but a broken collarbone is better than a broken neck. I agree. I personally love this track usually, but today the ground was a lot harder, but even with that, this would never happen. After a few weeks, I went to check the bike to check it out, but everything seemed intact apart from a flat back tire. I suspect this is the case that it burst before the ramp, but would really appreciate a second opinion. Kind regards, Bradley Scott." So we're going to go ahead. I haven't watched this yet. I was just trying to find where in the video the crash happened, and it seems to happen right away. So we're going to go ahead and watch this together. So here we go. And it seems to be the Cowie that crashes, I think. Skipping through, I just saw a bike on the ground, and this bike doesn't crash the one we're on, so. Alright, going. Pretty dusty track. Could use some water, but I'm digging it. Oh! Ooh. Ow. That was a very strange crash because it happened really slow, like things were going slow, and then bam, it threw him on the ground like, ooh. So he thinks maybe his back tire popped. It's kind of hard to say because it's so dry and dusty here, and he is on a 2-stroke, so when he gets on the power, the back end could easily kick out on him. So actually watch this. I'm making sure I'm recording here. Look how he's gonna fishtail to the left, this bike in front, of course. It kind of shoots a little bit out to the left there, which shoots him to the right. Jumps the jump sideways, and so as he came up, the back slid out. Then he jumped sideways, and the back end fishtailed back the other way. You can see it kind of looks like his front tire would be about here. His back tire is sideways. His back end is sideways. Lands sideways, already tilted to the right. It starts to swap on him back to the left. Back to, well, I guess his back end is going to the right is what I'm saying. His front end is going to the left. Brings him into this high side. He kind of starts to fall off the back of the bike right here. And then right there, the front tire catches. And whoa, look how hard he's getting thrown to the ground right there. And then smash right in there on his head. Says he broke his collarbone from that. Rolls. Let's play this in. Let's play it again in fast forward in normal motion. Oh, it's so weird because like the crash. Why do I keep right clicking? The crash is so slow, but then it throws him to the ground so hard. So let's watch this in YouTube slow mo. So kicks out the back end to the left. Back end to the right. He's kind of whipped in air without being ready for it. Lands, swaps back to the left, shoots back to the right, and then the front end catches right there and just throws him right over the bars. He probably took his handlebar into the stomach or the groin. Honestly, that probably didn't help. So he's thinking maybe a popped back tire, but it could be possible that when he crashes, that's when the tire could have came unseated and popped. I don't know if really popping it on the launch like this, unless it was already flat, and that would also make you lose traction going up the face of this if it was already flat as you hit it. So it's hard to say if it popped as he was coming up to it or if it was already flat. Probably really you can't tell any evidence, like, I don't know, I can't look here, I can't tell that well. Let's watch this again though. Man, it seemed like it wasn't going to be that bad, and then he just gets thrown to the ground really hard. I don't know, it just kind of seems like maybe he got on the power and it just shot off to the left side, but he's used to this track. It's not like he's never ridden there before, but man. So I really don't know about the second opinion, man. I can't really say for certain with that. Let's watch this again in full speed, though, just to get the full extent of the crash. Glad you only walked away with a broken collarbone. Like you said, better than a broken neck or back, and I agree with that. But obviously the back end just shoots to the left going up the face of the jump, which like as he corrects it back, it goes too far, then he lands, swaps, and then really the kicker was like, if he would have just kind of low-sided, he would have just slid out and maybe scraped up a leg or something. But instead, that front end catches, which just shoots him right over the bars. I've been there. Oh, here we go. Oh, hits his head so hard too. Boom, right there. Like, look how twisted his head is and everything. There you guys go. Man, I'm glad you're all right after that, but that was very strange. I don't know if I can say for certain if that was because of a back tire. I'm sorry, I can't really help your second opinion. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Leave a like for Bradley Scott and his crash. Bradley, thanks for sending it in. If you have a crash you'd like to send in, there'll be a link down in the description. DeeOsSubsClips@gmail.com. Send in your crashes, and if they're good enough, they'll make the cut for the show. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, as always, take it easy. And if it's easy, don't crash on purpose for Dan with DeeO. But if you do, send it on in. Take it twice. I'll talk to you guys later.